Hello. Saturday Book Biz with Kisha Green. Effective marketing and promo for authors. Tap, tap. Hello. I know I'm a little late, but I'm here. Better late than never. I just want to say thank you right now, just right off the rip, for tuning in. I love Saturday Book Biz because it gives me the opportunity to interact with the people that I, talk to on social media. And, they can ask me questions, I can give them tips. And I want to say right off the top that these tips that I'm going to give you, it's not set in stone. It's just things that I've come across that I find effective. Hi, Kita. How are you? Hello. So let me just start first off. Let me just introduce myself for those that are not familiar with me. I am Kisha Green, author, publisher, blog talk radio host, book reviewer, promoter, virtual assistant, literary consultant, blah, 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 blah. All of that good stuff. But I love literary. I love it. So I figured I would just do a scope because I hadn't done one in a minute. And just, give you some tips. Okay, so I'm an author and a publisher. So let me just start off from talking to my authors. You have a book, but you don't know what to do with it. First off, don't fret. But before we can even get into the marketing and promo aspect of it, first, it's all about the energy. If you are not in love with your product being your book, no one else is. So if you're going to go mediocre or pardon my French, half-ass with it, you can't expect your consumers, your readers, or whomever to gravitate towards it and want to support it or buy it. So start there. Wake up refreshed. You get out of bed before you pick up your phone and see what's going on social media world. Give thanks to God for giving you another day. Let's start there, okay? I'm not trying to be super holy roller or anything, but just give thanks just for that. You got a day. So now you have your day ahead of you, and now you're ready to start with your promotion. How do you start? People are quick to go on to social media, social networks, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. And they are effective, but not that effective. A little bit, but not a lot, because there's so many people doing the same thing as you. So you have to stand out. So you have to pay for promotion. There's not enough time in the day for one person to promote their book. There's 24 hours in a day. You'll get nothing done if you sit on a social network talking about buy my book, one click, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. Because me personally, as a consumer too, because I'm a reader, after the second buy my book, I'm not even looking at you, period. So you want to be effective. You just want to be effective. Keyword effective. So yeah, you can pay for those sponsored ads. People ask me all the time, should I pay Facebook to, feature my ad on their website? And absolutely, it doesn't cost. It's very cost effective. If you have $20 to spend, you can use Facebook and it will be effective in the sense of it's going to put your advertisement in front of people, your listeners, not your listeners, but your followers and so forth. But if you really wanted to get in front of a lot of people, you have to pay money. Let me say this. You have to spend money to make money. Spend money. Hi, Julia Press Simmons. Sidebar, Julia Press Simmons has lost a gang load of weight and she is just super fly. I just want to tell you that. But okay, back to what I was saying. Anyway, you got to spend money. And a lot of times we don't have a lot of money. So we're thinking of ways to save money, but you got to spend some money. And if you're going to do Facebook and you want it to be effective, you're going to have to spend some money. If you want to use Instagram to promote your book, you're going to have to spend some money. Now you're thinking of, well, Kisha, I need something inexpensive. Okay, well, I could easily just say, hire Kisha Green to promote for you. But no, I'm not. What I'm going to tell you is you can do simple things yourself where you can utilize Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a social media manager so that it can put you in places and promote without you physically having to, manually do it. I remember before I found about Hootsuite, can I tell you how I would sit on my phone, on my BlackBerry, manually saying everything that I wanted to say. And can I just say it was so time consuming. So shout out to Hootsuite. That was wonderful that they came up with that social media manager. Thank you for sharing, Julia. So Hootsuite allows you to utilize that. They have the free version. The free version is cool, but if you have a lot of social networks that you're connected to, like myself, you might as well go ahead and pay the $10 and utilize the whole version and schedule your tweets and so forth, and all of that good stuff. Also, there's email list. People ask me all the time, do e-blasts work? Yes, they do, because I get tons of emails from people who are soliciting their books, and some of them I may not be interested in, but there are that I know my friends are, and I forward it over to them. So you can do MailChimp, you can do Constant Contact, or you can just simply do it yourself if you're, savvy enough, and just send out an email, a nice PDF, create it in Microsoft Publisher, all of that good stuff. Like, save money. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but you do have to spend some. So you can try that. Those ways are definitely effective. Also, business cards. I can't stress enough. In this day and age, 2016, you need a business card. If you're an author, publisher, whatever your title is, you need a business card. How many times have you been out and you met someone and you want to just jot your phone number down in their phone or whatever? Give them a business card. If you can create your own, and like, again, Microsoft Publisher or Vistaprint has been around forever. They have business cards for like $10. So yes, you need business cards. Also, bookmarks. That's another thing. A lot of people told me, Kisha, I'm not spending money on bookmarks. People throw them away. It's a waste of time. I went to the Harlem Book Fair and I saw a bunch of them on the ground. Stop the madness. Get some bookmarks, for crying out loud. It is not expensive. You need bookmarks to promote your book, service, whatever the case may be. How this works? Easily. I'm going to use Julia Press Simmons for an example. Julia is going to go to Missouri, let's say next month. I can't go to Missouri, so what am I going to do? I'm going to send Julia a bunch of my postcards and my bookmarks to give out inside of her book. What is that? Cross promotion. You can do this with anybody. You can send me some bookmarks and I will put them in my book. You can send it to anyone. It's anyone. It's cross promotion. They can send you bookmarks. You send them bookmarks. It's easy. It's very inexpensive to promote. And now you can get to be all over the place. Also, the events. People, you say, how can I make the events are expensive. I can't afford a table. All right. Can't afford a table, but guess what? You can do just like I just mentioned about your promo material. Give it to someone who is going if you can't afford to go. I need a drink of water right now. That was like a long spiel. Like, breathe in, breathe out. I had to take a minute for a bit. I was just like, oh my goodness. But yeah, these awards, these book events everywhere. You just want to go out to them and network. Even if you can't get a table, network. That's what it's about, talking. If you're spending all of your time on social media and you have not effectively networked, you are wasting your time. You have to talk to people. If you want to know about editors, talk to editors. You want to know about proofreaders, talk to proofreaders, formatters, all of that good stuff. You have to network. So, we want to crack jokes. We want to send silly videos and all of that stuff. That's great. But you know me, I'm always talking about what? Hashtag books are a business. So utilize your time wisely and definitely get out there and talk, network, get your database of people, you should have a network of people that you can turn to. So if you need an editor, you can go to this person. If you need a formatter, you can go to that person. If you need a reviewer, if you need a promoter, you have to talk. You have to, there's different tools out there that are free. These social networks are free. So you need to utilize them and talk to people instead of just like, I don't know, whatever it is that you're doing. We live in a era right now that everyone does things for likes, but don't do it for likes. Do it because you want to make some money doing this, because you done invested so much. I know when I published my first book, And Even If I Did, with iUniverse back in 2006, I thought that I was going to be rich because Oprah Winfrey was going to invite me to her show and I was going to get to sit on her couch. Well, as you see, I don't know Oprah and I haven't been on her show. The show's not even it's not even going on anymore. But I say all this to say that had I known about the business, it would have saved me a lot of money because I used a print on demand, not understanding what a print on demand is. Okay, so that's a whole nother spill. That's another scope. I won't even go into that, but I'll talk about that at another time. But back to promotion and marketing. Again, bookmarks. Here's one thing that I do all the time when I'm at a restaurant. I pull out my bookmark and I leave it in the little thingy that they give you your check-in where the menus go. Leave it there. When I go to the hair store, you know, I love going to the hair store. Isn't this hair pretty? Yeah, go to the hair store. I leave my business card there, or I leave a flyer or something, because I want people to read. And oh my God, the hair salon? Hair salons, okay, that's a whole nother little tidbit there. But if you're in the hair salon, that's the perfect time to be reading a book. So who else to be talking about a book than an author? So promotion, your hairdresser. When I go get my nails done, I talk about my book. I talk about it all the time. Also, ladies, pedicures, when you're sitting there soaking your feet and you're just like, okay, what, on your phone? No, get off your phone. Bring one of your books with you. Sit there and read your book. I know you've read it 20 times. It doesn't matter. Read it again, because guess what? Someone's going to ask you next to you, what are you reading? Is that book any good? There's a plug. If you're like me, you carry books in your trunk. So that right there is going to lead to a book sale. So definitely do that. It's all about cross promoting yourself, and who better to talk about your book better than you? Hence why I have on a Diva Books t-shirt, because books are a business. I can't stress it enough. These are some literary jewels. I think that there's room at the top for all of us, and we can do it big if you just know the simple steps. Talk to people. I appreciate everyone that's the hearts for tuning into this Periscope. If you have any questions, post them. I'll read them and we can talk about it. But one of the biggest things, and thank you for the shares. Thank you. Mahogany, you have some nice book covers. I'll tell you that, Mahogany. But thank you. Also, too, Blog Talk radio shows. Someone asked, are those effective ways to sell books? I'm on the fence with it, because I'm a little biased, because I have a radio show, The Writers Life Chats, where I talk to authors. But it is effective, because guess what? That host turns her audience on to you. So if you have a new product or project, you get to go on the show and discuss it. But here's the thing. Everybody should not be on the radio. And when I say that, I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm just saying that you have to prep yourself for it, because with radio, you don't want dead air. You don't want pauses and stuttering or whatever the case may be. So you want to prep yourself on what you're going to say, how you're going to pitch yourself to the people that are listening to you. So talk about your book. If your book is chick lit, okay, chick lit, your lane for that is the people who watch Being Mary Jane. Talk about that. Talk about silly things that women do. We all watch that ratchet reality TV, Love and Hip Hop. Talk about how, okay, if people want to talk about Tara and Amina being dumb for both being pregnant by Peter Gunz, you tie in your book like, oh, you think Tara's dumb? Let me tell you about my girl and Crazy Sexy Deadly. That chick was off the hook. See that tie-in? That's all you have to do. Bring it together. Oh my goodness. It's wonderful. So you definitely can, you can just keep spinning off of that. There's so many different things. Utilize what's in front of you and go with that. If they want to talk about Donald Trump trying to be president, that's crazy. How I'm going to tie that in with my book, Crazy, Sexy, Deadly. That would be crazy, and it sure might be deadly, because there'd be somebody pissed off if that man became president. Okay, so there might be some people who are Trump followers who just stopped watching this scope. I'm sorry, I just had to go there. I'm just being honest here. Come on, this is the world that we live in. But that's how I feel. So if I lost some because of that, oh well. Anyway, moving right along. Anyway, so what I'm saying is you can tie everything that is going on in the world with your book. Find it, grab it, talk about it. When you get on Facebook, after you say good morning, go just pitch your book, pitch something, a topic about your book. I don't mean that you should just be like, buy, but make us like you. I'm going to use Julia Press Simmons again. We've watched Julia from Strawberry Mansion to everything that she's doing, Fornication, all of her series. But here's the thing. We have grown to love her. We're on that weight loss journey with her. So what happens with that? Because we like her, we're going to support her endeavors. That's all it's about, being personable, making people like you. If people like you, guess what? They'll buy your book. They'll buy your service. They'll feed into what it is that you're trying to sell. So you make yourself personable. But one rule of thumb is, if you love it, the public will love it. And they'll know. People know when it's just BS and it's not sincere. They know how you care. So for me, I've been in this industry since 2006. If you know me, you know I've been talking about books for 10 years. So it's like, oh my goodness, let me ask Kisha. Let me ask Kisha. And I don't know it all, but if I don't, guess what? I have a plethora of people in this industry that I can go to and ask them and then, at least point you in the right direction. So I hope that some of these tips have been helpful. I'm sorry that I didn't get to go into a whole bunch of stuff. I'll be doing more as the time, as time goes on. I just, I need to get more organized with it, but I did enjoy this part of it and it was cool. So definitely, if there's a topic you want me to cover on Saturday Book Biz, please inbox me, let me know, tweet me, whatever, at Kisha Green. Go on my website, www.divabooksInconline.com. Support my latest venture that I'm doing, which is my website, literaryjewelsonline.com. Or if you'd like to be a guest on my radio show, The Writer's Life Chats, writerslifechats.com. But I thank you so, so much. Thank you for the hearts. Oh my goodness, I just feel the love. And I think that's it. I don't see any questions, but thank you everybody for tuning in. And I just got to before I end this, I got to give a big, big, big happy birthday in heaven to my nephew, Sean. So that's it. I will see you guys another time. Thank you. Bye. Look, see, she still can't, but I can show y'all the snow that it's melting. See, she still can't into a periscope. See, this is crazy. Swipe down to stop. I'm going to swipe down to stop. Bye, guys.